everybody. Welcome. I'm Kathy. Thank you so much for being here. This is my September studio recap. We're already well into September, so it's not the entire month. I did have a show last weekend and very happy to report that I almost sold out. I sold lots and lots of kits and I only have a few felt pieces left. And yeah, I'm just thrilled with how much I sold. It was really busy and I didn't get a chance to film anything. So I have one more show coming up at the end of October and I plan to do some video then just to show you one of my fiber fests. So since I almost sold out at my show, I have lots of work to do for my next one. It's at the end of October and I want to have a lot of smaller things just because it'll be getting a little bit closer to Christmas. People might be thinking about gifts, that kind of thing. And I find the smaller things do sell a lot quicker than the bigger pieces. Although I have sold all my big pieces except for my Velociraptor. And that's probably because I price him too high. I'm thinking of not selling him and just putting a sign on him and saying not for sale, and keeping him for myself, getting kind of attached to him. Anyway, so I have some ideas of things that I want to do for my next show. I'm going to show you what those are. I make, when I have scraps of wool, I throw them into a basket and I make just balls out of them and I cover them with different colors, and then I make owls. So here's a finished owl here. I've sold all the other ones, just the snowy ones I have left, so I have to make lots more. They're really popular at shows, so I'm gonna make some of those. I came up with an idea for a little sheep ornament, or just a little sheep figurine, I guess, that you could put on your desk or whatever. That looks like this, so I'm really happy with that design. I think he's kind of cute, standing on his ball of wool. So I want to make about 6 of those. And then I have foxes are really important, or foxes are really popular at shows. So I have a fox that I've sold quite a few of this summer. I'm going to do more of him. I've got 7 sort of bases going. I like to work in batches. So this is at the point where I've covered it with my fox colored wool and I'm about to add facial features and kind of clean them up a bit. Then I'll add legs. And then because it's getting close to Christmas, I came up with this little snowman design. I think he's pretty cute. He's using sticks from my yard and he's got a little ribbon on him, so you can use them to decorate a tree or whatever. So I'm gonna make 5 of those, and again, I have them at sort of a half-made stage. So I finished my moose base, my moose core, and these antlers are gonna be replaced, but I'm really happy with how this looks. And my goal for the end of September is to do the face. I'm fully aware that I'm not gonna get it all done, but I always like to set goals a little higher. And I still have most of October to finish this stuff for my upcoming show. I wanted to show you something that my best friend gave me. We have our birthdays on the same day and we're the same age. So when we found that out, it was like the coolest thing ever. We've known each other for about 20 years now. So each year we celebrate together, and this was 50. So this was a big deal. We weren't able to celebrate on the day, but she gave me some really beautiful presents. And one of them was this basket. So it's a mushroom. And she said when she saw it, she thought of me. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, this is exactly what I was looking for some place to store my wool. So what I'm gonna do is when I need some core wool, just pull some out through the door, pull it off, and then just tuck the rest inside. So it was just perfect. I love it so much. Thank you, Sonia. And so that is pretty much going to be my month. So follow along if you like, see how much I get done, and wish me luck.
This was a piece I started in August, actually, but I didn't want to put it on social media or talk about it until I gave it to its intended recipients, my brother and his wife, who just had their first little baby, a little baby boy, and they love pandas, so I knew I had to make them a little family panda piece, and they loved it, and I was so happy about that, and it was such a joy to make. So here's a little look at it.
So today I did a little bit of work on my Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now, at the moment, this is what he looks like. He is extremely unfinished, and the way I work, I don't really work in a linear way on my felts. I do a little bit here and a little bit there on something, and then I get inspired to work on something else. So it's not like I start with the feet and then work up and then do the head or anything like that. It's always kind of all over the place. So today I got inspired to make his claws. So the way I'm going to do these ones is with Fimo, or Sculpey as some people know it. And what I did was I just took some raw Sculpey and shaped it into claw shape. Just took a little bit off, rolled it, shaped it, bent it, pressed it to make a kind of a little claw shape. And then I'll just take one of these out to show you because they're not baked yet. Then I just inserted a little wire in the end, and then I'm gonna bake them. And then I'll probably trim them on this side just to make it easier to wrap the wool around. But that's how I made his big foot claws. And then his little tiny arm claws are these ones here. And then I also made some teeth. So none of these are actually baked yet, but they are made, and I'm gonna bake them soon, and then I'm gonna start making the feet.
I'm always trying to think of good items to sell at craft fairs because I feel like the key to selling items at shows and fairs is to come up with designs that are really cute and really good quality, but also fairly easy to do and that I can make in batches. It's a lot quicker if you can make 4 or 5 things at once than it is to make them one at a time. So this is a perfect project to test that, and I'll just take you through some of the steps. forgot that one of the things I wanted to finish this month was a whole bunch of kits. I almost sold out at my last show, so I want to make a whole bunch more for the next show and then I have a whole bunch on standby. Here are 100 boxes and 100 sheets of folded tissue paper that I used to line them. Still have lots more to do. I have to weigh out my core wool and put all my tools together. And then I've got to sort out all the different wools that I will need for each of the animal designs and their corresponding booklets and all that stuff. Thought I'd show you a little bit of what I do when I'm not doing felting and kits in my little business. I teach pastry chef students how to decorate cakes and make sugar flowers. So this is what we're doing during class right now. We're making these flower bouquets out of sugar, and although I don't do it at all in the industry anymore, I still love doing it, and I love to teach the students what I know about cake decorating. So I'll show you a bit of the student work. Some of the pieces were really, really good. Here's a little snapshot of what they produced. So we're getting on towards the end of the month, and I'm slowly taking stock of what I've accomplished. I've made 5 owls, which is cheating a little bit actually, because I already had 2 already made. So I've only really made 3 in the last couple weeks, but it's something. It wasn't the number that I'd hoped, but I didn't expect to finish all of them. So at least I have some done. And I made 8 sheep actually, which I was really happy about with the design that I showed you at the beginning. And I made them all different colors and different types of coats, and they're standing on different colored balls of wool. So I thought they turned out really well. I'm really happy with them, and we'll see how they sell at my next fiber show. And here is my moose head. So I actually did finish one side of his head. The other side is not done, and actually this side isn't done either. There's so much still left to do, but I did do some work on the moose, and I'm really happy about that I got that done. So next month my goal is to finish him. So I've got a lot of work to do, but I think he's looking pretty good so far.
So what are my goals for October? I'm gonna start with these boxes, which I did not complete at all. That was on my list for September, but that did not happen. That's okay. And I am going to finish the rest of these owls. I'm going to complete the feet for my T-Rex. So far I only have the claws. I want to finish my moose. I would love to finish my fox as well. And I want to make a whole bunch of kits. I'd like to make 100 so that I can have them for not only for my show, but for the rest of the season too. I'm hoping to sell some online, and we'll see if that happens or not. Oh, I also want to film a tutorial, a snowman tutorial. So I kept one of these guys blank so that I could finish that in a tutorial form. So those are my goals for October. Again, it's iffy whether or not I'm going to finish all that, but I'm going to try. So check back again at the end of October and see if I accomplished that or not.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. If you liked this video, please consider clicking like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.